Alright, as you can see this little title of this picture right here, we get to meet this as well. He's coming with two enemies. Right? Once again, Biryani, don't fail me. I totally just realized I forgot to... I totally just realized I still have my mercenaries I forgot to bring out. The astral fissure floated in the air above the weathered ruin. It cast an ominous light, distorted ever so slightly by the scorching heat of the desert. As I thrust both my arms into the astral fissure, a stream of power surged through me. Huh? Well, this is a sight to behold. Hmm? A man in black Grow appeared seemingly out of nowhere. Answer me. Why do you seek the power of the astral fissure? I'm gonna tell you squat. I have no desire to get embroiled with a meaningless squabble at the moment. I'm sure you feel the same. However, when conflict is necessary, you can rest assured that I will not stay my hand. For Riley raised his weapon. Even if I could defeat him, will I have enough strength left to escape the blazing heat of this desert? I had no choice but to try to reason with him. I quickly described what had happened to me, and I told him that I would die without the power of the astral fissures. Much of his story rings false, but some of what you say does match our information. I shall give you the benefit of the doubt. Next time we meet, I will have answered her. But I have more pressing matters to attend to now. As well, you will no doubt appear soon. If what you say is true, he is your enemy too. Grow fell silent. Who was this Aswell? My qualifiers mentioned his name as well. I waited with Grow, a feeling of unease gripping my chest. Blessed be! The astral fissures actually disappeared. Aswell. Why, if it isn't my darling Grow, how on earth have you been? I came to retrieve the spirit sword from your filthy hands, and make you pay for your crimes with your life. I expect nothing less of the evolves of an organization's top dog. Such mindless loyalty. You simply wouldn't be you without it. Oh, have you been making friends, Grow? I thought my memory was second to none, but I fail to recall seeing this kid while I was still in the organization. Don't color me befuddled. You're an odd one, aren't you? What, never seen a skeleton wearing purple fancy clothes before? Why on earth would you be here if you weren't part of the organization? No, don't tell me. Let me guess for myself. Yes, I see. In a blink of an eye, his expression in that one ostentatious to contemplative, his tone sharp and serious. You must be the one who took care of the astral issue that was here, correct? Oh, happy days! To think I'd meet someone like you, and I've got to see my little Grow too. Wunderbar! Well, hello there. You were involved in everything that happened in India, correct? Fascinating. You exude the same order as an astral fissure. Oh, I see. Oh, how intriguing. Such an interesting specimen. It's clear why my darling Grow would be smiddling with you. Well, it appears the stage is set for you and I to put on a wondrous performance. Flight under astral fissures. Such a dramatic setting. I could barely contain my excitement. I simply cannot wait to meet you again. Adieu. You will not escape. Grow moved to reassert Aswell, but the strange man's minion stood in his path. This is just a little gift from me to you, my darling Grow. Doesn't it just bring back memories of your little friend Curtis? You bastard. These inconsequential These inconsequential creatures are merely favorite experiments like those my friend and the group, don't they? Oh, how scary! But please, save your glares for someone who cares. You think I feel no pain? I feel for them, I do, but they were a necessary step on the path to humanity's salvation. Ah, such tragedy. I can hardly bear it. I almost said I can barely heart it. Anyhow, I do enjoy our conversations. Everyone can listen to these wretches. Company pains me to no end. On Asmo's command, malfested soldiers attack. Alright, enough making my throat hurt. Let's fight. Increase attack power, eh? Huh, the female Yankee Doodle over here. Bam! Put a feather in his cap and it's going right up in his butt. Ow! It's like enough this. Time for a knee to the face. Alright, gladiator boy. You might have the same styles, but can you fight as well? I said as well, not as well the character. Ooh, you're working for him. And come here. Funny, but we just both strutted off the stairs.
Your soul surges in your body.
Yeah, we get it. My soul is searching the Evolve organization. For the time we had dispatched the malfested soldiers, as well as nowhere in sight. I believe we're done here. Gro was a formidable warrior. Likely he could have handled all those enemies alone. So what's up with the fancy talking guy? I do not know his ultimate goal, but he is absorbing the power of the astral fissures in his pursuit. That is why I said he is your enemy. Azrael is also a traitor to our organization. One of my missions is to dispose of them. After everything that happened, those seemed a little more open to questions. I asked them to tell me more about this group. The Evolve organization's purpose is to destroy those who have lost their humanity. Outsiders. I am still unsure whether or not you are one of them. You absorb astral fissures, so normally I would not hesitate to dispose of them. But let us make a deal. Judging by your movements up to this point, you do not know where the astral fissures will appear, correct? We can provide you that information. In return, you work with us to take care of the fissures. Knowing that your answer here will help me decide whether or not you are an outsider, we must be destroyed. What do you say? I believe this to be an attractive offer. You know, I've seen hotter, but good. Bro was on spot on when he told me an astral fissure would appear in Crania. Such information would be incredibly useful. At the moment, I had no way of knowing where to head next. After some consideration, I took Bro on his offer. Your power will help us achieve our goal. However, if I display any sign of treachery, first we must depart from this desert. Once that has been accomplished, I will tell you where to find the next astral fissure. Alright. Let's see what this here is. A message to the eye for the men in black. I read two ahead, my bad. Alright, more malfested. Time to get more of that more Bjarni. I continued along the desert road for what felt like ages. No longer interested in the unchanging scenery around me, I quietly trudged forward with my eyes on the path ahead of me. Gro stopped abruptly and stared at the sand dune in front of us. I strained to see what was holding his attention, but I could see nothing. There are 8 outsiders just above the student head. There are 3 in the shadow of that rock on the right. I asked him how he knew that. When he turned to face me, his left eye seemed to glow red for a moment. I would take care of those in front. You handle the rest. Let's go. And then he goes right out the sand. And bam. Who's next? Come on. You, feathery girl. I don't know what that was. Like I was trying to press the laser with a sword trick for a second there or something. Ah yes, a fellow sword and flag style fighter, huh? Hey. Get that back. Thank you. So I have decided to take things that don't belong to you. Those are similar to the malfested we fought in Croania, as though most likely sent them to slow us down. I stole a glance at Gro as he looked down at the malfested he had defeated. His normally stoic, emotionless face was flushed with a tinge of anger. Perhaps it had something to do with that malfested-like aura he gave off earlier. So how would you know they were there? There's no need for you to know that, though I imagine you aren't satisfied with that answer. Gro pointed to the lens he was wearing over his left eye. Just think of it as this feature as a lens. Yeah, I asked him what the strange feeling I'd gotten about. You're just imagining things. However, Gro paused for a moment, then averted his gaze and muttered softly. When Aswell is involved, I do have a tendency to become emotional. I'll admit that. I shall say nothing. If we stay here much longer, we will play right into Aswell's hands. We should hurry. Speaking of which, we shall meet this ascended warrior. Voltron. Glad to see you again, huh, buddy? You're still looking hideous as ever. I just have to reduce your health to win, huh? This wind does not bode well. Pick up the pace. Hey, your breathing is ragged. Can you continue? I'm fine. Lies cannot fool me. You've been dragging your legs for some time. Enemies are approaching. It's okay to act strong, but in battle you must be strong. Ready yourself. It's been a long time, bro. You still haven't washed your hands of that pathetic look of yours. What a fool. You don't know beauty when you see it. If you still insist on posing with Aswell, I'll have to strip your flesh from your bones here and now. Try it. The ones who cannot stop dictated deaths are traitors, as well. And you. Always barking, aren't you? Turn, Voltro. Show them the results of the experiments. Shut your mouth. Don't give me orders. I'm going to use the power Lord Aswell gave me to crush you. Hope Aswell supplies you with a lozenge as well. Oh, you're the berserk man, are ya? Ow, crap. Ow! My jacket. You are going to pay for that. Okay, my headphones just started acting weird for a second there. You done yet? You cannot hurt me. Vulture was a large man, but the strength and stamina he showed now was unnatural. Now do you know the power of an ascended warrior? This is the fruit of Lord Asbo's research. Lord Asbo told me about his experience on you, Crow. He says you were a great help to him. Lord Asbo spoke highly of you. You were the first subject infected with the operation being able to retain their sense of self after all. I see. Now, Vulture, unleash your full power. You pay your debt to Lord Asbo as well. I would love to use your power to grow. I'm thrilled at the prospect of observing how our older experiments work for our latest masterpiece. This mission truly is a thing of beauty. Lord Aswell shows me I have surpassed the human race. When I finally passed the test, he smiled. He gave me love. I will crush you with the power Lord Aswell gave me. Vulture charged us with unbelievable speed. Distinctly, I closed my eyes and braced for impact. There was a dull thud, and Vulture cried out in confusion and dismay. Opened my eyes to see Crow blocking Vulture with only his left arm. Surpass the human race. Is that what Aswell said? Crow's voice was dripping with murderous intent, and the hairs on my back of my neck stood up. Well, they would if I had any. Crow's left eye was glowing with a malicious blood-red red light. Very well. Do you wish to know what it's like to surpass the human race? Then know this, outsider! In a flash, Vulture fell to the ground, spurting blood. Deliver this message to Asbo for me. Perform whatever experiments, create whatever soldiers you'd like. It doesn't matter. All who stand in my way will die. No, this isn't beautiful at all. Daniel and his allies fled in the swirling winds of the growing sandstorm. Only once they had completely disappeared did Grow relax in the deadly aura he gave off the bait. That was a hell of a fight. We're almost to the next town on the road. The sandstorm was worse than we imagined, so we came across some half-buried ruins where we decided to take cover. I couldn't get what happened on my mind, so I found myself staring at Crow's left arm. If you have something to say, then say it. So what was that up with your arm? This is the power of an outsider. I became infected on the mission when I was injured in a fierce battle against one of them. Aswell treated the wound. Likely, he's partially to blame for what has become of me. But know this, I will use every tool at my disposal to carry out my duties. If this power was who's Curtis? He was a friend. I killed him. There's nothing else to say. Who's Aswell? His experiences were always too risky, too dangerous. Even back when he was one of us. After his betrayal, he formed the Qualifiers. They're a group of fanatics who worship the very ground he walks on. Aswell selects the human guinea pigs for mad experiments from their numbers. Nice, so we're now doing the shut up. Very well. We waited for the sandstorm to pass in silence, but I grew more and more impatient with every wasted moment. Crow sat motionless, his face betraying no emotion. This is nothing compared to the blizzards of my homeland. Even the fearsome Crow had a place to go home. The thought made him seem somehow less threatening and more human. I tried to gauge Crow in some small talk. He just replied with grunts. I think many people can relate to that. It seems that the sandstorm had finally died down. Let's go. There's a city not far from here. We'll speak about the actual future and the fish are there. And now, we have entered a new chapter. Which I figured this would be a good place to stop for now. So I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and perhaps subscribe if you want. And I bid you all signing off.